Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Our creepy month continues, although we're nearing the end, which makes me a little sad, with something very special. Obviously, if you watch the intro, which why wouldn't you have, you know that a little extra effort went into this review. One of my favorite characters of all time, Ash from the Evil Dead movies. I love Bruce Campbell. I love Evil Dead. They're some of my favorite movies ever. I've got them tattooed on me in various places. This came out a while ago, and I knew I wanted to do something special with the review, so it just took a little while to put everything together. And now I'm reviewing this. You can walk into your local Target, probably, and buy this figure, and we're going to find out if you want to do that or not. The front, gorgeous artwork taken from the original Evil Dead poster. You can see the gloss on the logo there, which I don't think this original font for the Evil Dead gets enough credit. It's very cool, very striking. It has an old school metal band look to it. You know, it's not the jagged, like, tree branches and barbed wire stuff that would come along later on. It's very classy, like Iron Maiden, Anthrax type of font. Just looks great. And then at the top here, this is gorgeous. For anybody my age, you know that green circle with the horror in it was a seal of something you were interested in. This is straight out of the VHS stores, the old green horror circle. Side of the box, you get a shot of the figure, Evil Dead 40th anniversary, which I think we're a little ways past that at this point, but that's okay. And then on the back of the box, you get some more product shots, and you actually do have a shot of Bruce Campbell, which is somewhat unusual for NECA. They do not often put actual pictures of the subjects on their toy packaging, so I'm very happy to see this. And this is, I'd probably have bought a dozen Ash figures just from NECA, let alone other manufacturers. And I will continue to buy them as long as they keep improving them and keep adding new things. So there you go. There's your box. On the bottom of the box, you've got the credits that are just really one of the things that make NECA so special to me. And then over here, open up that window. You've got the figure. You've got the money shot, I think, of the figure with this great background. And let's open this guy up and see if he is truly the ultimate Ash, or at least until they do another ultimate Ash. I'm very excited, even though I literally have four? I think I have 4 other very similar figures on the shelf. And I guess really what I need to do is go grab them so we can compare them. So there you go. There's a great grave background with the purple sky. Really beautiful stuff. And again, this is all diorama work. This isn't just some like computer generated art. So this is sweet, innocent little goody two-shoes Ash, as we see him at the very beginning of the movie, before all of the horrible things have happened to him and his friends. Let's get everything unpacked, and then we can take a look at the figure. We can do some comparisons. We can see what the big deal is about this, the Evil Dead Ash. And that's the Evil Dead. Not just Evil Dead, although Evil Dead is also fun to say. Man, tons of stuff with this guy. And again, you've got the lantern, you've got lots of, I talk about it a lot on Audible Interlude. I mention it every once in a while here, but figure photography. Definitely lots of things to enhance things you're doing in that hobby. And I'll tell you right now, this portrait is going to be one of the biggest improvements this figure has over the other ones. All right, let's cut through these terrible plastic tabs that you guys know I hate oh so much. Worst part of any unboxing. I hate these. Finally. Ugh, oh no. Should have opened this a little bit sooner. We might have a problem. Which is going to be a funny thing when we get around to comparing this figure to other Ash figures. But the first thing I notice here is look at this schmutz on the back of his shirt. Now, well, wait a minute. So is he so pristine and clean? But then on the back here, he's got this mess. And this doesn't seem like, you know, his shirt is not, look at this. There's stuff all over just the back. The front of his shirt is completely clean. Again, this is, you know, start of the movie Ash. And boy, look at that portrait. Now, I've talked about this before. Bruce Campbell is one of those guys that we've all grown up with. We have been seeing him for over 40 years now. And my theory is that in our head, when we picture Evil Dead Bruce Campbell, we're not actually picturing Evil Dead Bruce Campbell. We're picturing our brain's amalgamation of what he looked like then, what he looks like now, what we think he looked like then. So our brain does not produce an accurate picture of young Bruce Campbell when we think of him. But this look at that hair, look at the profile, look at that chin. This is fantastic. The sculpt on the shirt is great. The coloring is wonderful. I'm not quite perfect, but pretty darn close. The trousers, just all of the texture. Look at the belt sculpt. I mean, this is an ultimate figure. There's no doubt. Articulation-wise, pretty standard NECA stuff. You can see you've got the shoulder joint. You've got the pretty nice bend on the elbow, as well as the swivel right there. The hand, he's got the swivel and the bend. NECA has, I know it's been like this for a few years now, but they really have just upped their game to an amazing degree. And despite the fact that that head only has the one barbell, the base of the neck is attached to the torso, which, by the way, there is a joint here underneath this soft plastic shirt that gives you a little more range. You have to sort of, I hate to use the term crack it, but you have to sort of crack it to get it to move around a little. It doesn't do much, but it gives you a little more emotiveness. I don't know if that's a word. Look at the buttons. The buttons on his shirt are painted in. Fantastic. So he's got a pretty decent range, even though it's just a barbell here. You've got a lot going on, really about as much as you might need, because he's not Superman. You don't need the flying look. Look at this. This is so odd to me. I might buy another one and see if I can get one that doesn't have this schmutz on it, because I understand wanting an Ash figure that does not have messy stuff on it is a little weird, but that's not what this Ash figure is supposed to be. Hip-wise, you've got the ball joint with the swivel around right there. You've got a decently deep single knee bend. Not quite 90 degrees, but pretty darn close. And I would rather have this joint than a double knee joint. That's just how I feel about it. The ankles, they're going to be very limited due to the cuff of the pants, but it is, you can see right there, you've got the hinge. Look at those moccasins. Look how nice his shoes look. Those are great. You've got the laces on them and everything. Very nice. So you've got a decent little amount of range right there. And then the turn. So this is a modern, ankle. And then the crotch piece looks pretty good. They just keep getting those looking better and better and better. They really have gotten past the diaper look that they had when they initially started using this construction, and I think they're almost perfect at this point. So this is a phenomenal Ash figure. But what else does he have? Oh, and you've got a waist. You can see it's not a cut joint at the waist. You've actually got a really nice range of motion going on there. So anyway, let's set Ash aside for the moment. Take a look at his accessories. He has, of course, the chainsaw. Does not get attached to the hand in this movie. Looks fantastic. I don't know what else to say. It's the sculpt is incredible. The paint's incredible. I'm actually just sort of sitting here looking. Look at the trigger there. It's beautiful. What more do you want? Do you want the starter to be able to actually pull out and retract in there? I don't need that, but that's literally the only other thing they could do, or have a little tiny chain actually on that. This is unbelievable. You have the tape recorder, which we have seen before, but this one is even more detailed than the other ones because, and I'm not going to dig the other one out right now because I don't currently have it displayed, but you can actually see the spool that the tape is threaded onto. This is all, there's more detail, more paint. This is an improved version of the tape recorder that has come with other Ash figures. Looks fantastic. And again, just another nice piece to have for any dioramas you may be doing, Evil Dead or not. You've got the lantern that actually has, if you can see, the painted flame inside. Really nice effect. I love the how the glass has that kind of dirty, smoked look to it. You've got the handle up here. Detail on the bottom. It's just fantastic. Even this little doodad, whatever the heck this thing is. I guess that's the igniter, maybe? I don't know. I haven't seen a lantern like this in years, so I do not know what the parts are, but I do know that this is very detailed. You've got the axe. Look at that. Look how sharp it is. All that wood grain, sculpted, painted. Look, there's even a little knot down here at the bottom. Oh, that might just be, that might actually be a defect. Never mind, let's move on. Looks fantastic. His blaster, I don't know what to call these anymore because somebody told me the other day that YouTube does not care for the term GUN or RIFLE, or certainly not SHOTGUN. So I don't know what to do. I'm just going to say this is a great looking piece of equipment, and I believe this could actually accommodate blast effects. You know what? We're gonna find that out. I think I can go grab one real quick. Okay, I was wrong. I don't have any blast effects readily accessible, but I'm fairly certain that is the right size. And then we've got a couple of extra hands. We've got a hand for the, I guess, the lantern or the axe. And then you've got the firing trigger finger hand. So now it is comparison time. Let's take a look Oh, you know what? I don't think these... This isn't the first Evil Dead Ash. Is it? I don't think so, because now I'm looking at these, and this is Evil Dead 2. This is also Evil Dead 2, I think. Yeah, you can see the biggest giveaway is the shoes. He has hiking boots rather than the moccasins. Interesting. So this might be the first Ash from the first movie, which seems crazy because I know we've gotten tape recorders before, and I know it's if you haven't, all of the Evil Dead happens in the first like 15 minutes of Evil Dead 2. So many of the elements are there. But anyway, one thing we certainly can compare is the portrait. And while Bruce Campbell did look somewhat different in Evil Dead 2, you can just see the difference in quality here. This is like a whole different figure company, to be honest. And I still love this one. It's wild. But very, very different quality level in this new one. And speaking of portraits, so let's put those aside because the comparison is not as worthwhile as I thought it would be. So let's take a look at these other portraits. We've got, obviously, the neutral portrait, neutral handsome face. And then we have the terrified, uncertain, what's to my left face. That is just mind-bogglingly good and is probably the one that's going on the shelf. And then finally, we've got the serious face. He's had enough of this. It's about time to do something about it. These portraits, all three portraits, are fantastic. Let's see how easy it is to switch the heads out. You never know. You never know with NECA. Pretty decent sized barbell there. I might have to heat this head up to get it to go back on, or to get it to go on. Yep, there we go. Oh, the back of his hair actually hits that collar. My old boss from Chick-fil-A would not approve of Ash's haircut. So there you go. That is Ash. Ashley J. Williams from The Evil Dead. One of the best figures NECA has ever produced. I'm very comfortable saying. Just unbelievable. Thanks. Look, he's even got, I didn't really notice this, he's even got the not quite 5 o'clock shadow going on. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Thanks for watching, you guys. Look, he's also got, wow. Whoa. I don't think that's ever been, I don't even know if that's on the Ash versus Evil Dead Ash. These have, and will you even be able to see them? Yeah, you can. The scar on the left side of Bruce Campbell's chin. Wow. This is incredible. Man. Should I buy 2 more just so I can use each portrait? Probably not. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. Come back on October 31st on Halloween for the glow-in-the-dark tour. And just thank you so much, guys. If you subscribed, you are wonderful. Even if you're just watching, Give me a like or leave some feedback. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, stay groovy.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.